Yeah, Justin Fuller, and I'm San Miguel Battalion 6.
And what do we got here today?
Crews responded to a worker up in a palm tree trying to cut the fronds, and the skirt came loose, pinning the worker against the tree, one leg, and weighting down on his harness, preventing his movement. The worker was able to breathe and move from the upper body, but the legs were pinned. He was probably 75 feet up. Crews from San Miguel and Heartland Fire and Rescue responded on this.
Now, what I know it took a while for the rescue. What was the issue there?
There's several challenges with access. Primarily, it's tucked away in a very narrow street off this main drag. We've got power lines overhead running in multiple directions, and then we have two trucks, a basket and a regular stick. The first stick gets on scene, goes up and determines what we have, and if we need to do a technical rescue with the basket, then that takes coordination and safety for the firefighters and obviously the victim, and then with all the power lines. So once the second truck got on scene, we were able to retract the main stick off the truck 15, bring in truck 11 underneath with the basket to give us an operating platform, and then we were able to send the other truck above and create a high point and pick off the patient and unweight the patient from underneath the fronds, and then we were able to release the fronds off the harness, cut the harness. The harness was steel reinforced, so they had to bring in bolt cutters and a hacksaw and so forth, and then apply their own harness. So all of that takes time, and you have to double check all of the rigging to make sure that it is secure and that the fall hazard is taken care of and all the firefighters secured prior to actually releasing the patient, so that no one gets hurt. And the dynamic loading on the tree, you could see the tree was bowing and shaking during the operation, and fronds were falling, and so we wanted to make sure that the tree didn't snap during the rescue as well.
So suffice to say, it's a technical rescue. It's so involved.
Oh, it's very involved, yes. Yeah, and then as you saw, the light was going down, and so we had to get up lighting up there, but that was restricted, and so not a lot of challenges, but we were able to overcome them.
That the one firefighter, really cranked him once you started pulling him out.
Absolutely. These firefighters take life safety very seriously, and that firefighter is pretty much you go, I go at that point. Firefighter is tethered, working in a very restricted environment off that basket, but had the patient and talking to the patient the whole time, making sure the patient doesn't panic as well, because that could be a jeopardy to the patient and the rescuers. He looks like he's in his late 30s, early 40s. I don't know an actual age on the patient, but he was mentating properly and breathing well, and so his injuries seem to be isolated to his right leg.
And that was what was stuck, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's his business?
It sounds like he's a private contractor helping out a friend. And the friend's going to contact family. He's en route. The patient is en route to UCSD at this time.
You say skirt. Sometimes they call it a basket.
Oh, the skirt of the Mexican palm. So as they grow around the ring and they die off, we call that the skirt.
Thank you very much.
Right.
All the way to the ground. Coming out feet first, Curtis. Yeah, let's get it done. Go. Turn around to your left. Left side. Helmet down, Kurt. And Just, it did that.
This end.
So that. Bottom. Send this leg out. Lower him down, man.
What's up?
Lower him down. Just fine.
Sit down, sir.
You got
Sit down.
I got legs.
Right.
Just sit.
Sit down. Sit down. We got you. Here, let your arms go.
Let your arm go.
Move your elbows forward.
Oh God. Oh my God.
We need to bring you up a little bit.
Back, let's get all this stuff.
Do you want me to go and give you an extra hand and do the board cut and everything? I can do that. Yeah? Hey, Cap. We're just going to get going and roll with it. He says he's going to go first. You want to go to you?
Joe. All right, can I get your first and last name, please?
First name Noah, last name Davis.
And Noah, what happened tonight?
So I heard something from my patio, and I look up and I see that there's a man in the tree. And I go out there and I'm like, is he okay? I'm asking him if he's okay, and they're like, he's stuck. So I'm like, do you need me to call the fire department? They're already got it. And then we just kind of waited for the fire department to get here to help him.
So when you saw the guy stuck in the tree, how did you feel?
When I saw him stuck in the tree, my training kicked in. My first instinct was to help, because like I've said before, I'm a U.S. Army cadet, and that's what we do. We were trained in first aid, CPR, cuts, bruises, stuff like that. So I was prepared mentally to help him if he needed it.
What did you think of the rescue? I mean, you obviously have some training and rescues and such. It took a while.
I think that they did pretty good about it all. Yeah, I think what they should have kind of done though was they should have kind of like found out where his foot was and what they needed to cut, and they should have cut it. And then they should have had the ladder go up and a winch kind of like to lower him down. But I think overall they did a really, really good job.
As a neighbor in this little cul-de-sac, it was something to watch, right?
Yes, it was. It was crazy.
All the neighbors are out.
Yes.
And what do you hope for the guy?
I hope that he's okay. I hope that he's not seriously hurt. And I hope that he makes a speedy recovery.
Tell me again your unit, you're associated with...
I'm associated with the Mount Miguel JROTC. My company is Delta.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.